Yesterday I had a little impromptu coaching session with Juices and Broly Legs. We were just in the Discord, and I had one question for them. Basically, I just wanted to have a little bit more structure to my pressure, especially when I'm playing Cammy, and that led to a lot of things. But one thing specifically that I really took away from the whole thing was that each block string that you do, every block string that you do has a purpose and has a time to be used. We can all autopilot our offense and do two or three different block strings and then cycle through them all and then say, oh, well, I did all these block strings, he blocked them, now it's time to throw, or now it's time to shimmy. But what really makes a great player is realizing what they're doing after the block string and then doing the one that kind of beats that option. I'll show you what I mean here. So, for example, let's say I do, let me make sure he's blocking. So let's say I do crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick. At this point, as Juices explained to me, this is like -3, and a lot of people are going to look for this button after your block string to press because they know these two are plus. Usually they know these two are plus, and they're not going to press there, but they will press after this because it's minus. And so what you can do is you can tell I'm a pretty decent range to swing if they press a button. I can DP if they jump, or I can do like V skill, right? And this will crush counter and they can get heavy DP. If you watch me play before, usually I'm not thinking that deep about it. I'll do like this block string, or actually I was doing this block string. I actually learned this one, and I'll tell you what the purpose of that one is in a second. But I was doing this one before, right? Something like this or whatever. And it's like it wouldn't hit a lot of the times, or even if it didn't, I would just do it again because my offense was very autopiloted. And then if that one didn't work, I would do this one just randomly, right? I wasn't really paying attention to how they were reacting to that block string. And so now what's changed is that I know 2 or 3 block strings that I was kind of taught, but I know when to use them and I know what their purpose is. For example, this one here, stand light kick, crouch light kick, and then stand light punch, is to catch people walking back on wake up or whatever it is, right? You put them in a block string and they like to walk back. This light kick will catch them walking back, and then you press right here and that'll hit, and then you can go into spiral arrow or something. The other one, this one down here, of course, this is if these two hit, you can go into spiral arrow. If it doesn't, and then you go into the crouch medium kick, maybe that'll hit. Or if they block it, then of course you look for what I said before. Look to anti-air or look to whiff punish or press this to crush counter. You're looking for something, right? You're looking for their response. And then the other one was against people who like to mash 3 frames in between this, because this is actually not real, right? So people, if you have a 3 frame, you can press in between these 2 crouch medium punches. So what you can do is if I set him to crouch, because most characters' fastest button or their 3 frame is like crouch jab or something. Let me set him to crouch, and I'll put him back in the corner over here. But if they do decide to press, right, what you can do is crouch medium punch, crouch jab, and then stand jab, and then that will catch the 3 frame. It'll frame trap them with the 3 frame, and then you will get the hit, and you can do the pressure thing all over again. This is what makes Cammy a scary character. And although she's been nerfed in other ways, like health, and she can be whiff punished a little bit easier, this part is the same. This is still what makes her kind of broken and kind of fucked up in certain ways, in certain matchups too. Especially in matchups where they don't have a 3 frame, because then I don't even have to worry about like switching to this, right? Because they're not going to have anything to interrupt that. And one more thing I want to tell you before I forget is usually you have a button that ends your block string, right? In this case, it's crouch medium kick a lot of the time, and it's -3, and people are going to be looking for it, like I said before. But what happens if that button never comes? You can just keep doing something like this, right? You can just keep doing micro walk, stand medium puncher +3, because they're looking for this to press. They're not looking to stop you from walking forward and pressing this button. And maybe eventually they will, but it's a higher chance that one of these is going to hit while they're trying to mash, or while they're just sitting there taking free pressure. You're building gray life, right? Look how much gray life I'm building. So then I think Juices was saying like you can do stand light kick, or you can do stand light kick tick throw or something, and that throw goes from doing like 130 damage to like 250 damage because of all the gray life you built up from doing this, and from them looking for you to press this button in particular. I just thought this was something really important that Broly and Juices shared with me. Big shout out to them for always helping me out and teaching me all this new stuff. A lot of the stuff you see on the channel is actually just stuff that they teach me, and this is my interpretation of it. This is like in my own words, what I learned in like different sessions that I have with them. And a lot of the times it's things that just aren't abundantly obvious at first. It just comes with a lot of time and experience, and you can, I don't want to say shortcut it, but you can get that information from people who are willing to help you. You don't have to struggle as much if you just ask for a little bit of help and you listen to what people have to say. And not everybody's always going to be right, but that's the important part of taking the information that you learn and putting it into your own words and interpreting it in your own way, because you can sometimes take that idea even further. And that's what I'm kind of doing here on this channel. So I hope this video helped you. And if it did, please consider subscribing. I'll talk to you again soon.